Hey guys, John here from Bring the SEO. Today I want to share with you a great solution as to how you can avoid getting caught up chasing content from clients. Now this came about through a question I was asked recently by one of the members inside the SEO Accelerator program, and he asked, John, how do you deal with a situation where a client is involved with content and after a certain period of time you have to chase them down? If they do the content, they produce close to nothing or it's terrible and we can't use it. A couple of quick points that I want to touch on just before I share this with you. Number one, don't give clients work to do. I've always found this unusual. You've got a client, they need your help, they're paying you, and yet you're giving them work to do. I've never understood why so many SEO consultants do this. So don't give clients work to do for two reasons. One, they either won't do it, which is usually always the case, or if they do it, it will be terrible, and you'll end up, especially with content, you'll end up with content that you just won't be able to use. Okay, so how do we go about solving this problem? The answer lies in Q&A sessions, doing Q&A sessions with your client. Okay, so a quick summary as to how Q&A sessions work. You essentially get together with a client and you ask them, where do you want to focus our efforts? Okay, brilliant. You want to sell more widgets? Let's organize maybe 4 or 5 questions that cover certain topics about widgets, right? They'll come back to you and say, these are some questions that we get asked a lot. Or maybe you do some keyword research and you say, okay, we can see some search volume around widgets. People are asking this sort of question. However you get to that end point, you want to get yourself to a place where you have between 3 to 5 topics that you can speak about for roughly 8 to 10 minutes. Now, once you've got those topics, organize a time with your client where you can jump on something like Zoom and you can cover those conversations, or those topics rather, in a recorded session. So put simply, I would have a list of those questions or topics that I want to cover. I ask the client a question around one topic at a time. I let them speak for 8 to 10 minutes. I might throw in a few additional questions as they're speaking to clarify certain points. I let them speak for 8 to 10 minutes and then I wrap it up. 8 to 10 minutes will get you roughly 1,500 to 2,000 words of content that you can then use wherever you need it on the client's website. Now, by the end of the session, you should have 4 or 5 individual recordings that you can then pass over to your team, or you can even, there's plenty of tools that do this for you now. Take that recording and have it transcribed. Once you've got those transcriptions, you can then repurpose that content and make it look less like an interview, let's say, and more like regular content. Now, I've been using this strategy for many years and it works incredibly well for many reasons, because it's fast. In a 45-minute session, you can cover 4 or 5 big topic questions with a client and get yourself, 4 or 5 solid pieces of content. It's fast, it's accurate, it helps strengthen the relationship. There's a huge difference between throwing up some content that one of your writers put together, as opposed to getting on a call with a client and actually having them involved. It strengthens the relationship big time, and that will help enormously with retention rates. Okay, 2 quick things that I want to finish up with. This is a very quick and dirty explanation of the Q&A strategy that I teach inside the SEO Accelerator program. If you're interested in learning how to actually do this, along with having all the tools and resources in order to save yourself an enormous amount of time, you can do so by clicking on the link below and signing up. And lastly, I want to say this. You've got to be charging premium rates to offer a service like this. You can't be doing this and be profitable if you're charging $500 a month. It just won't work. Okay, that's it from me. Hope you found this useful. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, head over to bringtheseo.com. We provide business development training for SEO consultants wanting to improve their processes, increase profits, and scale to $100,000 a month or more without all the stress and overwhelm.